Hey everybody, Jake and Gino here, and today we're going to discuss good debt versus bad debt and how we view debt as a tool. Now, G-Daddy, inflation, it's hot. Everybody's saying inflation's hot. It's crazy, man. We're all going down, okay? 10-year Treasury is up over 50 basis points in the past 2 weeks. That's a big-time run, okay? And this is in an attempt to raise rates and ease the inflation. I think it's going to take a little more than 50 basis points. Now, we look at debt, again, as a tool, and we tend to lean more on the cautious side of things. So, G Papa Funk, sir, tell us, how do you view good debt versus bad debt?
Jake, let's take a trip down memory lane.
Uh-oh.
In 1971, what happened in 1971, people? The U.S.
It became paper currency officially. There was no gold backing us.
That's
we
right.
We are, dollars in the wind here.
The U.S. got off the gold standard, basically. And what ended up happening was they had the ability to print dollars. Once that happens...
But I thought you just said it was the reason for coming off the gold standard was to ease inflation.
That's what they said.
Okay, just making sure.
They said cigarettes were good for you. They said a lot of things, Jake. So
maybe we can roll our own lucky strikes in dollars and sell those. We'll see.
Well, we don't need wheelbarrows yet, but let's take that example. Right now, the government can print as much money. So if you have $1 today, next year, you're going to need probably $1.20, the way things are going, to buy the same thing that you needed today for $1. Go to the store, and the way they calculate the consumer price index, there's food and energy is not calculated in there. Two of the most biggest things that we use. Go to the gas station. Gas right now in Florida is $3.20 a gallon. A year ago, $1.90. So you're up 70% on that.
Dude, we have propane over here, and it's like more than double. It's through the freaking roof.
It's over $4 a gallon here, and it was less than $2. That's the reality. I mean, there's other policies in play that are limiting it. There's less supply. There's more demand, colder winters, whatever that goes. But in average, when we're looking at debt, years ago, we're talking 56 years ago, maybe it wasn't good to put all that debt on. But now what happens is they've created a debtor society. Savers are losing and debtors are winning. What do I mean by that? If I borrow $1 today, it's going to be cheaper to pay that $1 back off in 2 or 3 years from now. That's the power of using debt wisely. Now, if I'm going out and I'm buying consumer goods, not a good thing. If I'm going out and buying a TV, the TV depreciates and I'm using that money.
Don't put that shit on layaway, guys.
Yeah, no
For
layaway.
those of you who know what layaway is, don't do that at the Kmart, all right?
I have never bought something on a credit card that I have not paid the next month. I've been doing this for over 30 years. I will not do that. If I have to, I'm looking at my couch right now, nice Ethan Allen couch, leather couch, thousands of bucks. I will not buy that couch if I don't have the money saved. I, number one, as an entrepreneur, want to be a producer. That is my goal, to produce money. And then from there, I'm going to save to buy anything. And I'm going to use a credit card to get the points and to lever up and to use somebody else's money for 60 days, but then pay that off right there. Having that on credit, on a credit card, not paying it off, that is bad debt. Good debt. You're out, you're buying an asset. You're using debt to buy that asset. You're using leverage to buy that asset. Now, 3 and 4 years from now, like I said, you borrowed $1 million. You're paying back $1 million 3 or 4 years from now. It's cheaper to pay that back. Your property is appreciating in value. Your asset is appreciating. Your debt is depreciating. The value of the dollar is depreciating. So you're getting a double whammy there. Plus, you're getting the cash flow. So there's a difference between good debt and bad debt. It's business debt, which is good debt. You're levering your business to pay for the bad debt, which is the personal life. You don't want any personal debt, as little as possible. If you have a mortgage, a mortgage on your home, would consider that it's hard because that's a luxury.
I don't want it.
Yeah, I'm looking at.
I've had it before, but I don't want it.
Yeah, as you're scaling up and you have a house and you have kids and all, understand that is a luxury, because everyone's gonna say, "Oh, well, home appreciates in value." I get it, but right now I'm doing work in my home. I'm changing out the screens. I'm changing the air conditioning. It costs thousands of dollars. So whatever my principal pay down is, it's going to maintaining the house. I have property taxes. It's a luxury. So I understand that, but it's at least an asset that I'm putting debt on there. Now, if I'm going on vacations and having all that fun, that is what we call bad debt. We're using the business debt from our assets to lever up to pay for the personal debt. So when you're thinking of debt,
if you're taking HELOCs out, for example, just to be clear, if you take like a home equity line of credit out and you're using it to go on vacation, or you're racking up credit card debt that's not getting paid off, that's what Gino's talking about here, to be clear.
Yes. And example of the HELOC, home equity line of credit. Back in 2014, I pulled my HELOC out to buy our third property. Would not have been able to do that if I wasn't able to take that home equity line of credit out. I didn't go to the Bahamas. I didn't buy the Lambo. I bought the 136 unit. When we refied that 136 unit out, that business debt, I refied, pulled the money out. I paid off the personal debt. So have those two buckets, business and personal. The good debt is the business debt. The bad debt is the personal debt.
Okay. So Gino and I share a $150 million real estate portfolio. We're not telling you to do this. We're just sharing what we've done and how it's benefited us. So guys, take this for what you will. If you want to say you guys are idiots, then fine. It's just what we do. Okay. We're good with it. And overall, our view on debt and how we use professionally has changed. We both use debt more in our personal lives on our come up, right? When we were younger, eventually we reached a point where we could live with zero personal debt, i.e. we paid off our personal student loans, our mortgages, our car loans, and now we just buy things with cash. It's just what we like to do. And we utilize mortgages, okay, as debt on our multifamily apartment buildings. That's where we use it. And we like to use non-recourse debt on those if at all possible. We don't carry business debt, okay, meaning that we have various businesses that we own. We don't take debt out on those. And in our personal and professional lives, I pay every week. I pay off all my credit cards. We do the same thing. We pay all our bills for our entities. And there's edges and angles you can work there. I don't even know if I tallied how much I get back on using, high reward credit cards. I pay it off weekly. No one has access to my actual checking account. They're using the bank's money. What do we like to call that? OPM. Mm-hmm. So this is just things that we're doing personally and professionally. Now, our overarching goal in multifamily is to continue adding apartment complexes to our internal portfolio and growing that cash flow snowball. It's what we like to call it. And it's a beautiful thing to witness over time. If you have a long-term 100-year mindset, to see that cash every month that you're getting paid out on owner draws grow and grow and grow. And then meanwhile, you add a couple apartment complexes to your portfolio every year. You use cost segregation to help out with your taxes. It has been a phenomenal strategy for us. And finally, as a cash management tool, this is the final component, we use whole life insurance. If we are getting a loan, we're taking it against ourselves personally because the cash in our whole life policies is growing at a nice, steady, healthy rate, outperforming our bank and checking accounts. And then we can lever against that and protect our family in the long term. So Gino, I know you're a sweetie. You always have giveaways. What are you throwing out there today?
I think let's get back down to the basics, the wheel of our profits, the 3-step framework. I mean, everyone's here. They want to learn about multifamily. You can utilize this in a single family venture as well. The buy rate, the manage rate, the finance rate. Go to Gino at jakeandgino.com. And
Gino at jakeandgino.com.
Yeah.
He's going to give you a free one.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'll send you a free PDF copy. And one thing I'd like to leave everybody with is this really is a mindset. If you're young and you're out there, start thinking no instant gratification. Start saving for the things that you need to buy. Don't put it on that personal debt because then you can't get out of it. Then what happens is you want the instant gratification. The couch is not enough. Then it's the car. Then it's the furniture. Then it's the home, and things start piling up out of control. Where if you can practice by saying, I can delay that. Let me save for an asset.
When I have excess cash that I don't, FU money that I don't care about, go buy the stupid toy, right?
Yes, exactly.
Should I go buy Harley?
You want a Harley?
I'm thinking. I don't know. Maybe. I might.
You look good. You look on bro.
I know. I'm thinking of getting a little. We'll see what happens. I might do it. So I got the cash.
Gino at jakeandgino.com. Hit me up, everybody.
Thanks, Gino. Awesome.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Jake.
it.